My husband forced me to take a second job because he said I didn't deserve to be tired if I didn't earn anything. I've been married to my husband Jake for 6 years now. We have 2 kids, ages 4 and 2. I work full-time as an administrative assistant at a small accounting firm, making about $42,000 a year. Jake works in tech sales and makes around $95,000. For the past year, things have gotten progressively worse. It started small. I'd come home exhausted after work, picking up the kids from daycare, making dinner, doing baths, and getting them to bed. By 8 p.m., I'd collapse on the couch and Jake would make these comments. "Must be nice to relax." Or, "I wish I could just sit around after work." At first, I laughed it off. I thought he was joking. But the comments became more frequent and more pointed. He started keeping track of what time I sat down each evening. He'd look at his watch and say things like, "Wow, only took you 3 hours to earn a break today." 3 months ago, it escalated. I had stayed home sick with a stomach bug. I was genuinely ill, couldn't keep anything down, felt awful. Jake came home from work and found me on the couch watching TV because I literally couldn't do anything else. He stood in the doorway and said, "You know, you don't really contribute enough financially to justify taking sick days. Maybe if you earned more, I'd understand being tired." I was stunned. I told him I had been taking care of the kids all weekend while he played golf with his buddies. I told him I work 40 hours a week plus do literally everything at home. He just shook his head and walked away. 2 months ago, he sat me down for a family finance meeting. He had a spreadsheet, an actual Excel spreadsheet breaking down our income contributions, household expenses, and what he called leisure time allocation. According to his calculations, since he earned 69% of our household income, he should be responsible for only 31% of household duties and childcare. He said I was getting a disproportionate amount of rest time compared to my financial contribution. I tried to explain that percentages don't work that way when you're raising children and maintaining a home. He cut me off and said he'd found a solution. I needed to get a second job. I told him that was insane. I was already stretched thin. Who would watch the kids? He said I could work evenings and weekends. He'd allow me to keep whatever I earned from the second job for myself, which he presented as some kind of generous offer. When I refused, he got cold. He stopped helping with the kids entirely. He'd come home, go straight to his office, and ignore me when I asked for help. The silent treatment lasted 2 weeks. He wouldn't speak to me except to criticize. The house wasn't clean enough, dinner wasn't ready on time, the kids were too loud. Everything was my fault because I had so much free time and wasn't using it properly. I broke. I got a second job working retail on weekends, 10 hours every Saturday and Sunday at a clothing store in the mall. I make $14 an hour. Now my schedule is this. I work Monday through Friday 8 to 5, pick up kids by 5:30, home by 6, make dinner, supervise homework for my oldest, do baths, bedtime by 8, clean kitchen, prep lunches, throw in laundry, asleep by 11 if I'm lucky. Saturday and Sunday, I work 9 to 7. Jake watches the kids those days, and he makes sure I know how hard it is for him. I come home to disaster zones and his complaints about how exhausting parenting is. I haven't had a day off in 6 weeks. I'm losing weight because I forget to eat. I fell asleep at a red light last week. My boss at my main job pulled me aside yesterday to ask if everything was okay because I've been making mistakes. Jake seems satisfied now. He doesn't make the comments anymore about me not earning enough. But last night he mentioned that since I'm working so much, maybe we should get a house cleaner because the house has been slipping. And he suggested I could cover it with my retail earnings since that money is mine anyway. I locked myself in the bathroom and cried for 20 minutes. I don't know what happened to the man I married. I don't know how I got here. I'm so tired I can barely see straight, and it's still not enough.